I grew up in a place called Arlington, Texas, and the schools that I attended were more or less neighborhood style schools. And I would have to say that I remember my teachers as being ones that convinced me that nothing was impossible for me, that the things that I was interested in were very doable, and they always were able to make resources available to me that allowed me to pursue things that I was interested in, including science. My dad was an English teacher at the college level, and my mom taught third grade. So I come from a family of teachers, really, and so learning was always a big part of really everything in our house. It wasn't necessarily science related. I think I'm the only person in my family who's gone into the scientific area, but the notion that learning was important was always very much part of the family. You know, I did. I had one of those childhood deals where about the second grade, I think I started saying, I want to be a veterinarian, I want to be a veterinarian. And so I knew pretty early on that was what I was interested in. I think what I didn't know was how much I would be able to pursue being a scientist as a veterinarian. That as a health professional, you think that all you do is see patients and treat animals, but in fact, there's a lot of research available in the health sciences, including veterinary medicine. Well, I think that there's two parts to it. One, you do have to have some intelligence, but I think you, more than anything, have to be able to work hard. And so I think there are a lot of really smart people who are not successful because they don't work as hard as they could. And there are a lot of people who aren't necessarily as smart, but who work very hard and end up being extremely successful.
Overachievers.
You're right. So I think both parts of that are really important. I think that as a child I was very much taken with animals, and so animals inherently have biology to offer, whether they're animals that you see in your backyard or your pets or animals that eventually you treat as patients. So I think my interest in biology started very much with pets. And I think as I became a veterinarian, I thought I would always be in a practice treating patients, and I realized fairly early on that I liked, beyond just treating patients, I liked finding out really what caused them to become ill. And so because I became interested in that, I went back to graduate school and studied a field called molecular biology. And when I came out of that degree, which was a PhD degree, I was equipped to do science to investigate some of the diseases that animals get that make them sick. That was a very strong interest for me, but the additional interest is diseases that make animals sick often make people sick too. And so you feel like you're contributing to both the health of animals and the health of people by investigating disease entities. I actually spend quite a bit of time teaching, more so than a lot of researchers, but I do spend about half my time in the research lab and enjoy both aspects of my job very much. To be the very best teacher and to be really cutting edge in your area, that you have to appreciate the challenges of research, and you have to know that the textbooks that you use to teach from frequently are not necessarily black and white, correct or not correct, that the research that's behind those textbooks is what provides the knowledge to teach with. So yes, I think publishing is important. I think there's room for teaching along with publishing, and hopefully people can balance those and complement each other with them. I've been very fortunate to be involved in a program here at Texas A&M in which we've worked with middle school children and effectively created some curricular materials that emphasize the importance of environmental health science in the context of everyday living. And so I think that's been very gratifying, and I think scientists probably should do more of that to let people know what it is they really do. Well, I have these two wonderful children who are nearly grown now, and so I spend a lot of time with them, and I also like sports a lot. You know, I would encourage students to find something they're passionate about, whether it's science or math or English, whatever it is, something that they really enjoy doing and can be passionate about every single day. And I think if you have something like that, that basically you'll be pleased to go to work and you'll find that you enjoy your work and that you're successful at it.